Hey, beloved. It's me, Iman. Thank you for listening to my little message, and I hope that today finds you a little bit better than you were yesterday. Come closer. There's something I'd like to share with you. Driving around just to connect with the energy of our city from inside my car, so many scenes flashed by my window. The looks on different people's faces were pensive, an air of final preparation, a sense of the uncertain. For the haves, like those who have homes, secure shelter, the ability to have food at our disposal, this adaptation and transition might be easier, less complicated, than for millions who will be exposed, whose cupboards are already bare, and who have not had a chance to prepare for this extraordinary event. I worry about how much this extra layer of exposure will affect them negatively, and how it impacts what we define as community, because we cannot venture out freely to help. We are all being forced to adapt. It seems that through this event, Mother Nature and our abuses of her are forcing us to stop and consider. To consider our treatment of her, our careless exploitation of her gifts, her largesse, underestimating her force and her violent responses to our failure to heed her warnings. It is a metaphor for our treatment of ourselves and those we say we care about. Relationships with ourselves and others that are neglected and in need of tending. This time will force us to confront ourselves and the gaps we have left in our families. We will face them every day. They say 3 weeks is all the time it takes to make or discard new habits and behavior. What will be the ways we shed and take on what is new in these 3 weeks? I hope it is a deeper consciousness of our bodies and minds craving some silence, some order, some peace in this highly competitive world. I hope it means a deeper care for the people we encounter on streets, airports, restaurants, places of worship, for those who until this very moment were just invisible shadows to us. So at a time like this, we often don't know what to expect, right? It's all really new for us. So what better way to kind of figure out what we're in store for than from other people who are going through this exact thing right now? So with that said, let's take you to France.
Instantly recognizable from the sky, a closer look reveals that Paris is a changed city. Vehicles are scarce on roads usually snarled with traffic. Neighbourhoods once vibrant are nearly deserted. As days pass, people are forced to adapt to the French president's order to stay indoors to stem the spread of the coronavirus.
How are you, my sister? Are you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready, and that's why I think this is going to be so cool to get into this with you, because you're going through it. So you're going to be able to help us a little bit, with our survival tactics, which is, I think, going to be important for us.
My name is Moerane. This is our 9th year in France. I'm with my family. We are here due to my husband's work. We are both South Africans. We are with 2 kids here.
So it's been 2 weeks since you have been on lockdown, and I know that there have been changes from the initial idea of what this lockdown was going to be, and it's now been extended. What has changed the most for you in your everyday life?
That's mostly what changed for me. Remembering every day, by the way, you only have 1 hour to be outside of your yard. It's difficult because you have nothing to do. You only have yourself and your family, and try to we last week we were still trying to figure out how to live life like this, which initially was for 15 days, but apparently it will be 6 weeks now.
You've been in France for almost a decade now, so you have a good sense of what it is to live there. And I want you to share with me, just from like the psyche of the people point of view, like how have people changed towards each other, been more sort of self-aware and more fearful of each other?
No, obviously when you go to the shops, there's the way we queue has changed. When you're on the street, when you are going to you approaching a person, you must remember to, everybody remembers to give space. We don't walk like we used to walk. Because when also in the cashiers, now they are more cautious when they take your money or your card. How they communicate with you has changed a lot. A lot has changed generally. How we relate. My neighbors, we used to from time to time chit chat over the fence. Now we chit chat from the balconies. Sometimes days goes without seeing each other. So yeah.
From your perspective,
in terms of your own sort of mindset and heart change, what are some of the things that you're experiencing in terms of how you connect with this intellectually, and just how your heart feels in a time of fear and separation?
You know, there's one thing that I like so much about the French, how they greet, you know, that bisou.
Bisous, bisous. Mm.
Yes, that is not, it's not happening anymore. And for me, psychologically, I can't say I'm not fearful, but some days I'm very anxious. But on days where I can stay home, do what we do indoors, and you know, live our life the way we used to live.
What is your advice for us as we enter this period of a 21-day lockdown?
I'll say to South Africans, it's only 21 days of not walking your dog. It's only 21 days of not jogging, but you still have other alternatives. So just work with the government, really. This time it's no longer about, because as South Africans, I know we have this attitude of always about government, why government this way? This time we are directly like impacted and affected. As a mother, as a father, as a sister, what I'm doing going forward from tonight, after midnight, it will impact me directly more than it will, you know, look at it that way, adhere to the regulations. You will realize that it's not that bad. It's doable, because you become closer as a family. You get to, you know, be creative and how we can spend our time now, you know. So I would say to South African, give it a try. First week is not going to be easy, I'm sure, but I'm sure you will get a hang of it.
I think that's a perfect note upon which to end. So all I want to say to you is au revoir, ma darling, Mona, bisous.
Bonne soirée, Iman, and passe bonne soirée. And bon courage. Good luck, guys.
It seems we are living in an experiment right now, and it is one in which we can seize the challenges and we can use them to our advantage. Remember, we were forged from fire and from water when this planet was born. We have faced and survived so many self-inflicted harms. It is time, I believe, for us to declare a ceasefire against ourselves, against other human beings, against the planet. And I think this is a real opportunity for us to rewrite our history. We can survive it, and we can emerge better at the end of it. From my heart to yours, I wish you love.